Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning, December 16th already, 2023. My God, where did the year go? It is just flying by, folks. Now, it's 10:20 a.m. I started a little early because I wanted to have a discussion a little bit, just a short, brief one on some of our freedoms and stuff that's going on right now. Okay. A lot of the censorship that's going on, and they can deny it all they want, but there is so much biased um just media out there, media companies, primarily the CEOs, all kinds of things that are screwing with our freedom of speech. And of course, sometimes I feel when I read a newspaper or I see something on Facebook or that about a mass shooting, um, it breaks my heart. It shouldn't have to happen. We're letting too many things divide us. Okay, so let me get into this disclaimer here, and then we'll get into the meat of the subject today. Okay, thank you. Copyright disclaimer: this channel may use some copyrighted materials without specific authorization of the owner, but contends that it falls under the Fair Use Act of 1976, okay, which is the Copyright Act. Nighthawk High Strange's podcast channel and all the podcasts on the channel, including William Nighthawk himself, declare full fair use of any and all content to be used for the sole purposes of informing you, the viewing family, of information for educational and general knowledge only, such as criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, research, and parody. Okay. Under subsection 7, sections 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, otherwise known as the Fair Use Act. And apologies today for my voice because I've got a really sore throat right now that I'm dealing with. And I'm trying to drink as much coffee as I can to kind of soothe it, so I can continue talking. Because if I can't talk, we ain't got a show unless Eric wants to take over. And speaking of, I'm going to get this off of here, and we're going to bring our other brother from a Missouri mother on, Eric Testerman, author and cryptozoologist. And good morning,
Hey,
Eric.
good morning, my brother. I was just putting in that comment there.
How we
One
doing?
thing. I'm doing good. I had me I guess you can call it a protein sandwich for breakfast: bacon, sausage, and jalapeno cheese. I just cooked it. Hello, Penny. Uh, I was just putting in that comment. When I get a sore throat, the one thing that helps me a lot is I get like a green tea, a hot green tea, and take natural honey and put in it. And granted, you can make how do I put this on here without getting in trouble? Adult beverages of a high content. Mix that up a little bit, and basically you make a homemade cough syrup that helps.
Are you talking a hot toddy?
Well, it breakfast hot toddy. Well, see, and that's funny you bring hot toddy up. A lot of people don't realize you got to put ground ginger and hot toddy to make it work. If you don't put that ground ginger in it, you're not doing anything for you. That ground ginger
Yeah.
is key. And I use that. I make hot toddies when I'm
Well,
sick. I
yeah, you'd
rarely
be
go to the
amazed.
doctor. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'd be amazed by what all is provided for us to heal ourselves in our own environment, you know? Because
Yeah.
way back when they
See,
didn't have doctors to go to. Yeah, they had medicine men, but the medicine men were more spiritual. The holy men, the Wachashawakans, were more spiritual. So they
mm-hmm.
basically took care of themselves with the herbs and stuff that were around them. So it's amazing. Like 95% of what we walk on, we can actually consume.
Yeah,
So think about
you can go
that.
on the Christians. Yeah, you can go on the Christian side of it too. God said he created man in our image, and the image of the gods. We're the shepherds of the earth. He put things on this earth for us to use, to eat, consume, heal, and prosper with. That's right at the door. I mean, you got willow bark for pain.
Mm-hmm.
You got
Now,
cedar. I mean, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, you got all that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I want to say hello to a few people here, Eric, real quick.
Yeah.
So, good morning, Cynthia. Good morning, Tombstone. Roger, good to see you, brother. Cynthia, it's really good to see you because you haven't been on in a while. So, I can pick on you today. And Penny, great to see you on, dear. Good to see you. All right, let's see here. Anybody else commenting? Let's see. Gemini, good to see you on here. Good to see you. All right. I want to put up a couple things first and foremost. I always try to support everybody with their podcast or with their stuff that they would make, whether they're an author of a book or somebody just starting a podcast, or if they have just something, the video they want to have out. I try to help them by getting the word out, on our podcast. Not that we're some great, public announcement center, but there's a couple people I want to recognize this morning that have helped me, and just by being here and commenting on some of the stuff I put on Facebook and all that, it makes me feel good. So, and anything that makes me feel good gets the applause, as far as I'm concerned, from me. So I would like to thank and recognize this certain author named D.A. Waysong. Okay. She has a new book out about the monsters and mysteries and just weird stuff in northern Kentucky. And we all know Kentucky is one of the states that has a lot of cryptid sightings. So, and we're talking Dog Man, Bigfoot, even the Lizard Man has visited that place. There's just so many sightings. But if you can go to her site or PM her and ask her where she gets her stuff, that would be great. Her books are phenomenal. I'm going to probably surprise my wife Tracy with a copy of it, and but I probably blew it just now by saying it. But Merry Christmas. Anyways, you can check her out on Amazon. Also, I think her books are on Amazon, and just you can just Google it too. So, all right, that's one. Now, I wanna recognize D.A. Roberts. D.A.'s been going through a lot lately. Physically, he's like me. He's getting beat down, and it's starting to affect him. So as much love and support as we can give D.A. Roberts, let's do that, okay? And the same goes for Paranormal Roundtable. Josh, I think it's Josh Turner, and let's keep him in our thoughts and our prayers too, because his wife is going through a lot of medical stuff that she needs help with, and they just need prayers and comfort from the good Lord. So and from their extended family, because we may be on computers and miles apart, but when you think about it, we are extended family, every one of us, because we're listening, we're responding in the chat, we're interacting with each other. That makes a camaraderie that makes you almost like as tight as family, especially if you do it repetitively over time. So that being said, I just want to thank everybody in the chat for being here. Now I was thinking late last night. I probably got a couple hours of sleep at least. But anyways, I was thinking that we haven't really talked about the how do I want to say this delicately, the shadow government, Eric. And you and I know a lot about it from being in the military. Okay. Um, there's so much going on right now, the way our world is, the issues going on. And you know as well as I do, Eric, that if our government can achieve its goal by turning its own people on each other, they will do it. Okay. And I think that's kind of what's going on right now. You got religious separation, you got starvation, you got education, and deprogramming and reprogramming. You got, all kinds of different things to separate us and to make us feel like we're different from each other, you know. So I would like to basically drag out and show the reptilian agenda and what you think about that, Eric.
Yeah, that's an interesting subject.
Now, have you personally had any interaction with reptilians? I mean, I have. I have seen
Eh,
it firsthand.
Well, I
But
mean,
in
I've
fact,
seen evidence of it.
in my area,
Have I personally seen
I'm
one?
doing a research. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Uh, Personally, I can't guarantee you that I've actually seen one. Now, have I suspected it from some few things that I've seen that it's a possibility? Yeah, it's a possibility. And the more research I do into it, the more I realize I wonder if I haven't. I mean, with all the things you see out there, with people that we look to, that being a part of it, it's interesting. And, there's two theories about the reptilians. The one theory is they've been on this planet and they're one of the first beings and they live underground because we came from the earth too. I mean, that's in Christianity, Native American, no matter what, we come from the earth. The
Right.
other one is they came from space and came down, which was that book that I was talking about last night that I wrote, and that was that kind of representation. They came from space and came down and start to take everything over. But yeah, they're all over. They are all over the place, and you won't even know it. I mean, I've had videos. I don't know what happened to them. They mysteriously disappeared off my little hoo ha thing here. But you can actually watch people slightly transform real quick and then turn back to normal. They're shapeshifters.
Yeah, and you got different types too. You have the ones that have been here and descended from dinosaurs, and you have the ones that
Mm.
came here from another dimension, and then you have the ones that came here from another planet. I mean, it goes on and on and on. I mean, there is more of a distinct variety of these shapeshifters, is in general, um, that are reptilian than most of you have known about cryptids. Like they say there's four distinct species of Bigfoot. Okay, and there's multiple species of reptilian too. Because
Mm.
like I said, you have the ones that were here that are from our planet, which are terrestrial. You have the Draco. You have the ones that I believe are in charge right now and have basically taken over and have taken the literally the DA of our genetics and manipulated it over time. Okay. See, when you're in control of a mass of people or whatever it is, like a pack of wolves, the alpha and the beta want the others to fall in line. And the easiest and simplest way to do that with people and civilians is A, war, B, starvation through food, okay, and C, make them think the government cares about them by helping them out with food stamps and money, and it goes on and on and on. I mean, it's ridiculous. It really is. When this country was founded, okay, and I'm feeling like I'm old enough to be the one that was there signing the Declaration of Independence. So let me tell you, but when this country was founded, it was founded on the principles of freedom and liberty. Okay. And we have yet to experience that today, because the longer we have been a country, the worse it's gotten over time. Because, why did we have the Boston Tea Party? To oppose taxes. Okay. Why do we pay? Why do we pay taxes, Eric, on stuff that we buy? Okay. And then if we make it into food and we go to the bathroom and all that, we've got water bills, we've got sewer bills, we've got, car insurances. They didn't have buggy insurances back in the old days with horses and buggies. They just went their own way. I mean, come on. This is just, it's ridiculous how the powers that be that stay in control and control every aspect of our life are manipulating us. And I do believe that they are the reptilian.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. We started a revolution for no taxation without representation. And, and that's what's happening. We're right back to that. I mean, we're still part of a British Empire. We're considered lost naval property. That's why the yellow fringe is around the American corporate flag, not the United States of America flag, the United States of America Corporation flag. We are considered lost naval property to Britain. So, I mean, and I agree.
Yep.
It's like we was talking on the first live I went on with you. There's our government, then there's the Rothschilds and Rockefellers, there's Illuminati, and there's that other entity that they don't like to talk about above everybody else. Hey, who do you think they are?
Yeah, they got it. They want to remain in secret too, and I think that's one of the reasons I really get upset about the whole thing. Because they want to do it in secret, and it's getting to the point where, when are we going to wake up? I mean, here's basically a pyramid showing the breakdown of where we are at, and we are down in the bottom. We are literally subservient, and
we're slaves.
It's just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, we're slaves. People think slavery is gone, and the slavery they think about, yes, that is still going on too. But here in the United States, the slavery that we're a part of is a completely different deal. They realize that if they give us just a minuscule amount of money and then turn around and take it away, we're going to be obedient.
Yep. The Luciferian deception. Now, the Illuminati have infiltrated a lot. And, wouldn't you think that an advanced species that is more advanced than mankind, bringing forth their technology to the elites of our society that are in control of the money and the gold and the silver, wouldn't you think that the elite society would make a partnership with reptilians, because the reptilians had the agenda and the knowledge to make certain things happen, and devices, and just the advanced technology alone would be worth it.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I was talking yesterday, and like I talked in my book, we're not only a slave entity form, we're also a food source. I mean, what do you think happens to a lot of these missing persons sometimes?
Exactly.
We get eaten. It's sad, but it's true. Yep. And it's like I was talking yesterday. If you wake up, don't definitely take, I tell this to everybody, don't take what I say to gospel. Take what I say, do your own research, come up with your own conclusion. I am a firm believer in that. I preach that to my kids.
Exactly.
I preach that to anybody I talk to. I am a firm believer in that.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you can take what I say and you'll find a lot of truth in what I do. You just get out there and do your research. And we are controlled by other entities. I mean, Space Force was created for a reason. I mean, I'm sorry, but it was created for a reason. You know, there's other things.
But brother,
don't you think?
But don't you think, Eric? Don't you think that our government already had a secret space force, and they just now made it public?
Time.
Yeah,
just like the fake moon landing. It's been around for a long time.
Exactly, and a lot of people say, "Oh, you're wrong about the fake moon landing." Well, if you knew the stuff that we knew from being in the military and you know being above top secret, you know it's amazing what you find out. You know, it's like what my dad went through during World War II. You know, with General Patton. You know, and finding all those UFOs and stuff. You know, and those orbs and stuff, and the Nazi bell inside that big bunker. You know, so it's just it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yes. Sorry, my murder dog is being very jealous at the moment. I love you too, bud, but I'm in the middle of something.
No, that's okay. No, you can pet him. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh.
We love animals.
We're all about that. Was in the mouth.
Yeah.
That was in the mouth.
Okay, folks. I might make this rated R because Eric's getting tongued.
Go on, Bubba. Go on, Thori. You know. Oh, now you're jealous too. My God. Hey, guys, come on. Come on. All three of you guys, go on. Stop it. Stop it. Nine. Sorry, I got three dogs getting very jealous right now. But yeah, I mean, they've been around for a long time, and reptilians have controlled us for a long time too. They're one of the biggest contributors controlling us, both the extraterrestrial and terrestrial. They're doing it. I mean, it's a common thing. You go through history, and you're going to see reports of lizard people and reptilians all throughout history. It's there. Does it get hidden from us? Yes. That's where, like we was talking last night, you need to go out and do your research. Get boots on the ground. Do your research. You'll find it. I mean, every
Penny, you're more than welcome, my dear friend. I'm replying to Penny here. Penny, you're like family to us, so just don't worry. You know, we're there if you ever need a vent or anything. So, okay.
Yeah, I was chatting with Penny in here because he's giving me a hard time for saying hoo-ha, and hoo-ha is a common phrase we used in the Corps when we're wanting to say something and we can't think of the word. We're like, "Doggone you-ha," or "Hey, this you-ha."
Yep.
So I was kind of explaining that to her because I knew where she went, and I agree. I go there as well. I'm just as guilty of that too. But that's a common phrase we use in the Marines is hoo-ha. So it's like, "Hey, who's that hoo-ha over there?" I was trying to explain that to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, and they're
Penny and Gemini and everybody, and Aussie Sue and Aussie Sue and Tombstone and everybody, and Roger Blair. I mean, they're all family. I mean, everybody that's in the chat is extended family as far as I'm concerned. So if any of them need to vent or just talk about something weird that happened, you know, email me, you know, or private message me in Facebook, you know. And I'll try to talk you through it, you know, and let you see from my side, my viewpoint, and see what I feel. You know, I'm not saying I'm a psychic, but I do have abilities to see things. And you know, I think it's because of my death experiences, so that it heightened my paranormal abilities. So
what's your Native American side too? Because if you think about it, our ancestors sat in a circle when they talked. The reason why we sat in a circle because everybody has a different view of that object from a different point of view. Then usually we got up, took a break, came back in, we sat somewhere else and looked at that thing at a different view. We're all a circle here. A circle is that's why I have this. A circle is a very sacred symbol. And a lot, not just Native American, in a lot of religions, we're all part of a great circle of life. What happens to one happens to the other. We're all family, and we need to come together, and we can help each other out. I mean, I can see things from a different view than you can. I can usually say, okay, hey, whoa, I think you're taking this wrong, and again, and that's what we need to do. That's the thing about discussing. We need to discuss things, and that's what this channel's for. That's what my channel's for. That's what other channels are for. We come together and discuss. Are we going to agree on the same thing? No, not always. Right. I mean, that's what makes us unique. If we all thought the same, acted the same, and talked the same, it'd be a pretty damn boring planet.
Exactly. Now, I want to bring up something too. I see Norm's in the chat. Norm, I appreciate the stickers, brother, about your podcast, your radio podcast, Beyond the Veil. You guys go ahead and Google Beyond the Veil when you're in Facebook or YouTube and bring it up so you can subscribe to his channel. He sent me these stickers. Okay. I don't know if you can see them. Beyond the Veil. It's got Bigfoot, Mothman, and, ghosties and stuff in it. And I'm going to give 3 of these stickers away. I'm keeping 1 for myself. And I'm giving 1, 2, 3. I'm giving 4 of these stickers away with other stickers that I've got. And one of the other stickers I've got is like this. Alien Dad. Okay. And several others. So anybody that's been on my channel knows that I love giving away stickers, because you can put them on your laptop computer, your cell phone, your car, your truck, your side by side, in case you're out there in the country like we are.
Yeah. Well, and I'm going to be getting some of that stuff done too. I don't have a big following right now I've got a larger following on my authors YouTube and then I do my the Bizarre and Unknown YouTube. But I'm thinking about it too. I had this created because I wanted a backdrop for when I'm doing my shows. So this cost me like $14 to have made, and I love it. It's great. I spent a little bit of money on this material. I like doing that stuff, and I'm going to be doing the same thing. I've already been looking into it, stickers, poker chips. I know people can do engraving and stuff like that, so I'll probably do the same. And I agree. And for all you don't catch Norman's show, catch it. He's good. Sorry, I'm responding.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, you're welcome, bro. You're welcome, Norm. Don't worry about it, brother. We're all family. And like I said, you guys got to check him out. Beyond the Veil. He's got a lot of good information and stories that he puts out. So it's very, very, and Norm, not to sound creepy, but Norm has the type of voice that kind of can make you just kind of chill, He's got that monotone, nice, cool, calming voice, So just don't take his coffee away.
He's not like me. I got an old Marine Corps grunt NCO voice, man. I'm a little direct and to the point. I'm not in the business for people's feelers.
Yeah, I'm starting to lose my voice.
Yeah,
I'm starting to lose my voice. Hey, Steve. Mm-hmm. Steven's here.
So,
Glades Creatures, good to see you, Glades. Good to see you, Glades.
Glades, that's the Florida Glades is a very, very interesting place. There is a lot of history that was hidden to us that predates anything that historians told you about the United States, and it's still well preserved in the bogs down there in the Glades. Stop it.
Yeah. And I know I know a lot of I have a lot of friends that have that go down there and live down there too, on Facebook, and they always tell me about some of the weird stuff that's happening in the sky above them or in the water, or even on land. So they're getting it from everywhere possible, land, sea, and air. So now, with the reptilians, internet dog. Okay, mascot.
He gets one taste of it. He's got to have more of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to them reptilians, man. Yeah, they control a lot of what goes on. And like I was saying, you can go on YouTube and you can find videos watching your politicians and famous people change right before your eyes on there. I mean, they can do it. I mean, it's it's interesting what you can find. And sometimes I got to take a break from this because I'll get on this too dang long, getting into stuff, get down that dang rabbit hole, and just keep going and going and going and going. And I feel just like the hey, come on, guys. Sorry, Alice in Wonderland effect going on all the time when I get into some of this stuff, but it's out there. And I mean, even our ancestors, both on my North side and my Native American side, they have stories about reptilians and that they come from the earth and from the sky.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, 100%. They're evil entities. No matter how you look at it, I've not found one report of them actually being a good entity. They've always been a bad entity that's caused mayhem.
Now, let me ask you this, Eric. And Norm, I'm going to ask you and Overbuilt and Stephen and everybody in the chat, Glades. I want to ask everybody just this question: if you had a depiction of a demon, of a real demon, what would it look like? Do you think it would look like a reptilian or a gargoyle? Because I think it's all connected.
It could be. I mean, from what my experiences, not one looks the same. There's different types. They're like angels. There's different types of angels. There's different types of demons. There's different levels. I mean, you got king demons. You got lord demons, and you got your little foot soldier demons. It's the same. There's different kinds, and they come in different shapes. Spiritual, physical. They come in different shapes.
Yeah.
There's not enough room for you two under there. Come on now.
The control they have of being able to disguise themselves as human is starting to slip. They're starting to get sloppy.
Yeah.
And I noticed it more when people in high positions are on media, on social media. I notice it more when they're stressed out or they're upset or angry about something. Their reptilian side comes out. Now, is that a genetic trait for all of us? Are we all, quote unquote, non-human? Because we are born, and sometimes when we're born babies, we have tails like a reptile, or a monkey. And they think they thought we were more monkey related, like a chimpanzee, than anything else in the old, back in the 70s and 60s. Well, no, we're more reptilian and pig, believe it or not, than that, So, have they manipulated our DNA from us being reptilian?
I think there's been so much genetic splicing done in us throughout our history of existence. I think we got a little bit of everything because we have primate looks and features to us. We have reptilian looks and features to us. We're close to a dolphin and we're close to a pig and we're close to this and that. That just tells you right there with all the genetic splicing that's been done on the hominids throughout our history, our existence, that we could have a lot of different stuff in us. I used to argue, and I hate doing this, but Christians are bad about this, and they want to argue with you that a tailbone was just a defect. No, we have a tailbone for a reason. We evolved from one thing to become this. There's a reason why we have a tailbone. Give me 1 second. The murder monsters are wanting to go outside and go potty. I'll be right back. Come on, man.
All right.
Come on, my boys. Come on, babies. Yes, my babies.
Okay, now Overbuilt, if they are the children of fallen angels, aren't the children of fallen angels classified as Nephilim? the giants, because I don't know. I don't know. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to correlate the entire biblical aspect of it with the reality aspect of it. And it seems like sometimes they mix and sometimes they don't, like water and oil. So that's where I'm coming from. I'm constantly trying to think of of what we are, what's out there, that kind of a thing. And it's like I tell everybody in the podcasts every day, you question everything. It doesn't make you a doubter. Okay, it doesn't make you a troll, you know, a rhino. It doesn't make you anything. It just makes you smarter. Because if you question it, like, oh, I saw a UFO. Well, was it really a UFO, or could it have been a drone, or could it have been some kind of unknown aircraft that our military is working on? Because they're not going to tell us. And that comes from being in the military. So, the government is so shadowy that it's disgusting that they can't tell their own people what's going on.
Yep.
It really is. It's sad. So,
And they do it for a reason. They do it for a
yeah,
reason because they want to keep us dumb and they want to keep us under control. That's why
they
that's what we're
Joey.
here for, and Norm and other people, and that's to help educate people to bring them from that darkness. Until we come to the light, we are stuck in darkness, and darkness prevails and controls us. We need to come to the light. And if you ever, you was talking a minute ago about starting to see more effects of the reptilian coming out in people. Did you actually stop and look when that actually started happening? When that started becoming more and more frequent was when a certain person was in office.
Yeah, yeah, I realize that, and that certain person would probably call them a jinn. Because that's their
Ooh,
yeah, that's
yeah,
their word for basically a demon. So
gin. Ooh, gins. Oh, yeah. That's a
yeah,
that is one
got
bad
any
number.
information on jinns?
Not lately, but I'm going to. What that's one thing, and this is sad because y'all spent a lot of time over that big kitty litter box over there, and
Mm-hmm.
that was something I always wanted to experience, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad I didn't. I've experienced a lot of evil, paranormal stuff in my life. Jen, Jen is probably up there with the Wendigo. As much as I would like to have that experience, I'm not going to jump out there and look for that experience. Yeah, that'd be
Right.
some things I really. I can protect myself from a lot of things. I'm not trying to brag. I can protect myself from a lot of things. Gins or Wendigo, something like that. I think I'm boned, man. I really don't know if I can survive something like that. So it'd be cool, but at the same time, it's scary as hell. That is, gins are some, and which this is your higher ups trying to dumbify things. Gins ain't sweet. I'll grant you three gifts, or wishes, blah blah blah. They are evil, mean entities. They
Right.
are very, very destructive, very, very mean, just pure evil. And so,
Yep.
gosh, man, and there's been a recent sighting over in I know it was Iraq, and I can't remember where. I think the crit, but I
Okay.
could be wrong.
Been there.
Where
Been there. Done that.
huh? Yeah. Um, I think it was the crit was where the recent one was, and a guy went in his house, and all of a sudden that house just started. Man, crap was being thrown at him. Shit was flying. Oh, pardon my friends. Doors and windows were flying open and closing. I mean, and it was a jinn saying, "You better get out because if you don't, you're mine." And a jinn will
Right.
do that. A jinn will try to run you out. I'll give a jinn that. Most time, a jinn will try to run you out. If you don't pay attention, that's when you become. It's what's a polite way of putting it? It's a plaything.
Yeah. Yeah, you become its cat toy. But
Yeah. Yeah.
it is something to deal with, because even when I was over in the cat litter box, it's such a big, vast area over there, and it's basically the cradle of creation. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we,
Mm-hmm.
as a government and military wise, occupied that area, don't you think we'd be stealing secrets from that area?
We
About their
have
paranormal stuff, about the biblical stuff. I mean, all the rumors of the giant being killed, the 13-foot tall red haired giant that they killed, that killed our own squad. I mean, it's
the red
just,
haired giant.
yeah, it's absolutely amazing that the legends that are coming to life in the cradle of life. You
Yeah.
know,
And the thing is, people don't realize this. Yes, did I make a career over there? I done 4 deployments over there. Yeah, I made a career over there too. Um, I have nothing against the Muslim people. The true Muslim people are very loving and respectful people. It's just like anything else. Even in our country, even in our religions, you have your radicals that give you a black eye, and
right?
there is some radicals out there, and that's the ones you got to watch out for. And but you get to talking to them about the Barmanu, about the giant and stuff like that. They are a wealth of information when it comes to that, because they don't just believe that over there; they live with that daily over there. I mean, in
Yeah,
spirits, like I was talking in my when I was talking about my paranormal experiences over there. I talked about Iraq is a huge place for paranormal. My top one I've ever been to is Hawaii. Hawaii has got,
mhm.
oh my gosh, the
Yeah.
paranormal
They got
activity in Hawaii.
Yeah, they
Wow.
and it's due because of the indigenous culture there. They were so entrenched in the environment, spiritually connected to the environment there, and to everything really, that's why Hawaii is an active paranormal hotspot. Anywhere you go in Hawaii, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
King Kamehameha guards, man. When you see them walking along the mountain, you bow down and you do not look at them. You look at them, they will
yep,
kill you. I have seen them, and
yep,
I don't scare easily. And I'll tell you now, I'm not afraid to deny it. When I seen it, I bowed down and kept my eyes to the ground. I paid my
yeah,
respects. I mean,
yeah,
that's anything paranormal. If you're for those who out there is wanting to do paranormal investigation, one key thing, probably one of the most major things you need to realize when you're doing paranormal, and this is what a lot of people make a mistake of doing, and this is why they bring stuff back to them. You don't pay respects to that paranormal activity, whatever that paranormal entity is.
right. And
You need to
another thing though, another thing though, Eric, another thing though is the fact that these people are grabbing little trinkets from that site and taking it home with them, and they're taking that bad luck home to them, and they're gonna have weird stuff happen. They're gonna have things
end
fall
up
off the shelf, family fights. They're gonna be manipulated and twisted until they return that object back to that site. You
yeah,
know,
and that's
that's what a
part
lot
of
of people
paying the
can't
respects
understand.
to that entity. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Instead of taking something, why don't we give something? Whether it's a pinch of tobacco, whether it's leaving an apple there, or whether it's leaving a feather there, offer something back. Don't take. Mankind always takes. Why
Yeah,
do we take?
yeah,
We have such a
yeah.
vast abundance of stuff. We shouldn't have to take. The Iraqi
Right.
Stargate.
Agreed.
That's a good one, Norm. That's a good one. The
Oh,
Stargate. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, and people are just now starting to say this, but I have been saying this for a very long time. If you want to know the next thing that's going to pop out and come to us in acknowledgement, watch Hollywood. Hollywood will do a bunch of shows, movies,
Yep.
video games, and
Exactly.
stuff like that, and then boom, it comes out. And now I'm watching more and more people on this interweb just saying the very same thing, and I'm going like, I've been telling that to people for years. I mean, why do you?
Exactly.
I mean, it happens, and the proof is in the pudding. It always happens. And Stargate,
Exactly.
people don't realize how true and accurate that is. There is actually Stargates on this planet.
Yep,
That
several
lead
of
to
them,
different planets.
probably hundreds of them. Yeah, more than likely, there's hundreds of them.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. They're and it's all been kept quiet from us, but they're there. They're out there, and I love that Cherokee picture too. By the way, Glades, um, it's out there, and it's just like the reptilians that we talk about, and the giants and the cryptids and the paranormal. It's all out there, folks. I mean, we're not we're not telling you nothing that's new. It may be new to you because you didn't pay attention, but it's out there. Get out there and see it. Get out there and experience it. Just be respectful. Be cautious, because there's things out there that will
coming from indigenous, coming from indigenous people. Okay, First Nations people. You know, I always tell everybody, please, when you go out and you're going camping, you know, every time that I've gone camping, I always go to a place that feels right. Okay, that sets something in your soul and connects with you. Okay, and you know, I always offer something, you know, to say thanks for the, you know, to Mother Earth, to you know, what, you know, sacred Mother Earth, um, it's, and then not only do you offer it, but if you see somebody else's trash that's previously been there on the ground, just pick it up, put it with your trash, take your trash with you when you leave. You know, it's called respect, you know, and Mother Earth, Makawakan is what we call it, Makawakan. And, you know, it's just a connection that we need to have, you know. They're talking about all this green energy stuff that needs to happen, and let's not you know, produce crude oil. Let's stop the pipelines. Let's turn it off. Let's go completely solar. Let's go completely battery operated vehicles. Well, where are you going to put that stuff when it expires? Are you going to bury it in Mother Earth's belly? Really? I mean, you got to think about the repercussions from it. It's called a ripple effect. Okay, and when you drop a pebble into a pond, and you see that ripple getting bigger and then bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That's the effect that happens when we disrespect Mother Earth. Okay. Yeah. And to me, Mother Earth is alive. It's a live entity, because anything, even a dead log in the forest, as my elders told me, even a dead log is in the forest is not dead. If you look at ants and the bugs that crawl upon it, look at the moss growing on it, the mushrooms growing on it, you know, that log is more alive than anything laying there. It's not dead. Everything returns to the earth.
We're all part of a great circle.
Yeah. Our spirit goes up, our body goes down. Okay. That's just the way it is. So
we come from the earth and we return to the earth.
Exactly. And that's why we really need to make that connection again. You know, mankind has lost that connection. Why do you think they're seeing so many cryptids, dogmen sightings, you know, werewolf sightings, you know, flying humanoid sightings, you know, Mothman, you know? They're seeing all these things because they've disturbed the environment around them somehow. They stirred it up. So we need to look back at our past and figure out where we stirred it up at, you know?
Yeah.
So
we stirred it up because we got away from nature.
Exactly. We have, you know, it's like I tell everybody, you know, when you go into the forest to go camping or hunting or whatever you're doing, especially hunting, please listen to me. Okay. You take a pinch of tobacco, lay it on the ground to say thank you for providing for my family, you know. And then what you do is you take your shoes and your socks off, or your boots and your socks off, and just take your toes and just breathe in the fresh air, and just take your toes and curl them up into Mother Earth. Feel that connection with your eyes closed. Feel that connection. And I guarantee if you're a hunter, you're going to come out there with a trophy. I
Yeah.
guarantee it. It's called
hunting is.
Yeah, go ahead. It's called the circle of life.
Mm-hmm. Hunting is a big part. A lot of people don't understand why I fought so hard to buy this property. There's a common saying in the Native American folklore that sometimes you become off center. You need to find that place that recenters yourself. This property does that to me. When you curl your feet into the dirt, you're not just feeling Mother Earth reconnecting with you, you're taking her positive energy, putting it back into you while expelling your negative. And we need to get back to that. Hunting is a huge, huge part in my house. I love hunting, and I don't do it because it's fun. I do it because of food. Now, I don't know. I was kept in the dark on a lot of my Native American and my Norse background, so a lot of stuff I learned. I don't know proper songs to sing, so one of the ones I do, and it helps me, is the Lakota lullaby. Shante waste hoste da dagi ashtima. And I sing it, and I gave thanks and prayer before I pull that trigger. I do. That's very, very important. Always pray and thank the animal. And my prayer consists of my brother or my sister, whichever it is. Thank you for sacrificing yourself that I may have food. May your spirit live on and teach the younger generation how to live. That is my prayer before I pull that trigger. And I go out in the woods in 30 minutes. I've got 36 years.
Yep, Penny's right. It is called grounding, but it's also a way to repair the sacred hoop. Now we have exactly 4 minutes and 10 seconds to finalize our final thoughts today. Eric, you want to go first and give people some kind of insight into cryptids or whatnot, and then I'll go and close it out.
So cryptids, they're just like you and me. I mean, they're from this earth just like you and I are. They are the first beings. They're the elders. We need to respect them. I mean, it's great to go out and you say, "Oh, I saw Bigfoot." Awesome. That's perfect. Respect. Respect, respect, respect. I cannot preach that enough. My guest and me have respect for each other. We coexisted together peacefully because we have respect. They will tell you when to stay out, and they will tell you when it's okay to come in. Follow that. They can tell you that stuff without speaking words. Respect. So I mean, it's nothing. Yes, there is bad, but there's also good. Just be aware of that. Just be aware. Just be respectful. They're our ancestors. They're our elders, our first beings.
Yep, true. Very true. If everybody could like, heart, and share this, I would really appreciate it. It's just a short, Saturday morning conversation, and over coffee, just a bunch of friends getting together over coffee. Okay. And Eric, I'd kind of like to make this public announcement. I want to offer Eric a spot at the Circle here at Nighthawk High Strangers podcast channel. Eric, would you be a co-host with me on the Saturday and Sunday morning shows?
Sure. Yeah. I would love to. I would love to.
Okay.
I'd be honored.
All right,
I appreciate that.
Awesome. Thank you. Then I will send all the information to you after we're off of here. And for everybody in the chat, I'm so grateful for you guys. I really am. Glades Creatures, Norm, Overbuilt, everybody, Gemini, Penny, Ray. I mean, all you guys, Roger Blair. I'm just, everybody is awesome. And, I've been struggling a lot lately physically, and it's just really nice to have my extended family come to a podcast and give their insight during the podcast. Penny, Van, everybody, you're all family. You know, if you have anything
We
you
are.
need to talk about, spiritually wise or Native American wise or paranormal wise, because I've seen and done it all. I've done the bad stuff, and I'm now presently involved in the good stuff. So, but yeah, that's what we're here for. Okay, and these conversations that we have for just an hour every morning is just a way to release some of that anxiety that we have, a way to I don't know, just kind of interact with people and make our world a better place, you know. So, for that being said, I want to thank everybody for being here, okay, in the chat. You all are great. We love you very much. And if you can, like, heart, and share this and follow this on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, subscribe. And if you can help out with, equipment costs and stuff like that, we would appreciate donations. Everything's on the bottom of the screen, you know our store that we have where we sell t-shirts and we sell coffee mugs. We got a couple designs of coffee mugs that are really cool. I got to upload those pictures. I'm going to upload those pictures of those coffee mugs here overnight, and I'm going to have them for tomorrow morning's show. I got to show you guys some of these mugs. These mugs are fantastic. They really are. So, but thank you all for being here. Everybody have a great weekend. We love you all, and goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, same bat channel.